Good morning, everybody. Today I've chosen a happy book for a sunny day called The Bear and the Bees. It's written by Ella Richardson and illustrated by Lydia Monks. Let's dive in. Our story begins with your imagination. Now, imagine a world full of black and yellow creatures that fly above your heads. Bees, yes, but not normal bees. These bees can talk, and not only can they talk, they go to school. Now, this world may be unique in itself, but the creatures living in it aren't so unique. Actually, they're all exactly the same as each other, and all of these buzzing bees have the same name too. They're all called Busy, every single one of them. Imagine being in a school when the teacher takes the register and you all have the same name. How would you know when it's your name being called out? How confusing would that be? Well, that's what's happening to these bees every day. One ordinary Monday, the younger bees were gathered in the playground. Some were buzzing with the latest gossip, while others played hide and buzz. All of a sudden, a big, brown, hairy creature stumbled into the playground. It was a bear. The bees buzzed loudly and flew here and there in a panic. "Hey guys," the bear spoke softly. "My name is Gruzzle. Don't be afraid. It's my first day here." The bees stared in shock at the bear. "This isn't the right school for you," one bee said crossly. "You're different. You don't have stripes like us, and I bet you can't fly," a second bee argued. "And he's not even called Busy," a third bee joined in. "We don't like people who are different. Go away." Gruzzle's face fell. "Does it matter if I'm different?" he asked. The answer was obviously yes, because the bees flew away into their classrooms, ignoring his question. Giant tears fell from Gruzzle's giant eyes and splashed onto the playground. But one bee had stayed behind, the smallest bee in the whole school. Comforting Gruzzle, the bee spoke. There. I think it's a good idea being different. It's boring when everyone's the same." Gruzzle smiled as the kind little bee gave him an idea. The rest of the day zoomed past. Some of the bees made nasty remarks as Gruzzle walked by and giggled behind his back. But Gruzzle didn't care. He had a plan, a good one too. All he needed was imagination, which he was sure he had already. The next day, the bees gathered in the playground as normal. But then Gruzzle strolled in. He looked very different from the day before. He had yellow and black stripes painted on him and had wings tied on his back. The crowd went quiet and glanced at one another. Then one young bee piped up. "You look so stupid," he said. "Bears don't have wings," shouted another. "And your stripes look silly." Everyone laughed, but they soon stopped as Gruzzle started chuckling too. "You laughed at me because I'm different," he said, "but when I look the same you still laugh. I am different, and I'm happy being a bear. There's nothing wrong with being different. Hurrah!" The bees paused for a moment and thought about what Gruzzle had said. Then the smallest bee started cheering and shouted, "Hurrah for Gruzzle!" "I'd like to be different," a big bee said. "I'm going to go purple, and I'm going to change my name to Buzzle," exclaimed another. The next morning, the playground was more cheerful than it had ever been. All the bees were brightly coloured and buzzing around, trying to learn the new names they had each given themselves. Gruzzle looked around and smiled. He thought to himself that it's okay to be unique. It's okay to be you.